guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be discussing a few tips on how to write a story. So without any further ado, let's get started.
20 minutes later.
Our first tip is all about content. So, for example, if your teacher gives you to write a story where friendship plays a central part, the first thing you would do is to think whether you want to put your story in the fiction or on the non-fiction category. So, before discussing about anything else, I just want to say that fiction is something that you imagine or make up. Fiction does not have to include about witches, wizards, and fairies all the time. It can also include about a normal human being. And yeah, so the nonfiction category is something that happens in reality. For example, it could be a story about you or about a person or your neighbor or anyone else that you saw and you got inspired to write the story from him or her. So once you've decided the category, you will now focus on which incident you want to write your story. For some outline references, I'm going to give you some tips that you could follow to help you get some ideas for the topic. You could read some books, you could watch movies, you could watch any cartoons, or you could watch any series, whatever you want. Then begin your story with a dramatic introduction. Remember, do not begin too dramatically, which will make your story look like it doesn't even have any introduction. And I'm probably guessing that you would not want to be the one who has a story without an introduction. Moving on to the building structure. This part is very important as it will lead your story along a plot line. Without a building structure, your story wouldn't even have a flow. For example, after the introduction, you went to a new paragraph to write the story in a comprehensive way. So you would want to start like this. Cindy went to the market to get some stuff for the party, etc. In this para, you've explained about Cindy's party shoppings and preparations. And in the next para, you've written that it was Pet's Day at college and everyone laughed at Mary because she didn't have a pet. It doesn't even have a flow. Like, come on, guys. First, you were just talking about Cindy's party preparations, and now how could you, talk about the Pet's Day? Like, it does not even make sense. Okay, so what we need now is a plot line. That's why we need a building structure. So, following the plot line, you've written that Cindy was shopping and making preparations for her sister's birthday party, Okay, so these dots means that you've written something, but I'm not gonna go too detailed with the story because it's just an example. Okay, so moving on. Suddenly, while talking with her friends, she remembered that it was Pet's Day at college the very next day. And if you want to end this paragraph here, you can. And if you want to write more, you can. It totally depends on you. In the next paragraph, you've written that it's Pet's Day. And since Mary did not have a pet, she went empty-handed. When it was her turn to talk about her pet, she told her teacher that she did not have a pet. And so everyone started laughing at her, which made her cry. I think I should have put this tip in the very beginning, but since I forgot, I and putting it now. This tip is very important to remember. It's about the word limit. For example, your teacher gave the word limit 200 to 300 words. You have to make sure you write between this word range. Don't write less than 200 and don't write more than 300. Maybe sometimes your teacher may allow you to write a few, like 5 to 10 words extra, but not more than that. Make your story comprehensive, but not too comprehensive that crosses the word limit. So this next tip is not too important, but if you want, you can write it in your story to entertain your readers. Yes, I am talking about entertainment. If you want to write anything that is funny or entertaining, make sure you describe it in 2 to 3 sentences. Like if you write it in about a whole entire paragraph, you would skip out on some important details that you would want to write, and that is very important for the story. So please, please, please don't write more than 3 or 4 sentences. Our fifth and last tip in this video is about the last thing you would want to put in your story. Yep, you've guessed it right. It's the ending. Make sure you end your story in such a way that readers feel that, oh wow, what a nice ending. Or if you write a tragic story, make sure you end it like the characters died or never met, etc. Whatever you write, make sure you write it in such a way that the readers are attracted to your story and would want to read more. That's all for today. Hope this video was helpful. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye bye and take care.